White House advisor Stephen Miller is being accused of violating the Hatch Act. One America's Shane Althaus has this report.
In a letter to the Office of Special Counsel, the Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington, otherwise known as CREW, accused White House Senior Policy Advisor Stephen Miller of violating the Hatch Act after he criticized Joe Biden in an interview. The complaint made against Miller states he, quote, violated the Hatch Act by participating in a media interview given in his official capacity and in which he discussed government business, but also expressed his political views about presumptive Democrat nominee for president Joe Biden. In the interview, Miller claims Joe Biden comes out of his basement and reads off note cards prepared for him by a 23-year-old staffer, then goes back into his basement dutifully to only re-emerge a week later. With regard to the complaint filed by CREW, the Hatch Act, as it pertains to executive branch employees, states, quote, this act limits certain political activities of most executive branch employees. For example, the law prohibits employees from engaging in political activity while on duty or in the federal workplace. It also prohibits them from soliciting or receiving political contributions. However, nowhere in their letter does CREW directly address the limited exceptions allowed for presidential advisors or cabinet officials. According to the Congressional Research Service, the Hatch Act provides an exception to allow certain high-ranking officials to engage in political activity otherwise prohibited, if the costs associated with that political activity are not paid for by money derived from the Treasury of the United States. This exception is available to employees who hold positions with responsibilities that continue outside normal duty hours and while away from normal duty posts, such as presidential advisors. Stephen Miller is a senior policy advisor to the president and does qualify for this exception to the Hatch Act. The Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington argue in a broken-up definition of the Hatch Act, executive branch employees cannot use their authority of influence for the purpose of interfering with or affecting the results of an election. What CREW doesn't mention in this letter are the exceptions to the law granted to senior advisors like Miller. It also fails to identify any federal funds which may have been used by him to make his statements. A similar accusation was lodged by the Office of Special Counsel last year when Kellyanne Conway was accused of violating the Hatch Act by using her position of presidential advisor to comment on Democrat presidential candidates, accusations which ultimately led to a congressional hearing on the matter.
This is a chilling effect on free speech. It is a direct attack on this president. It's a direct attack on Kellyanne Conway. And quite frankly, we're better than this, Mr. Chairman.
The Trump administration said that these findings were deeply flawed and violated Kellyanne's First Amendment right to free speech. As of now, it is unclear if the administration will punish Stephen Miller over these accusations. Shane Althaus, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.